of the game for Bumgarner. And here's the rookie Jason Heyward, who's moved down to the 6th spot, and he swings and goes the opposite way and gets his first base hit. Jason Heyward, who had gone hitless in 12 trips and has struck out 7 times, moved down in the order, goes the opposite way, and in the first base hit of the game for the Braves.
I'm not so sure he knew where this ball went. Head right down the barrel of the bat. Yeah, he was. He's looking out there to left field. He looked up in the air, though. Thought he may have popped it up. Didn't immediately find the baseball. Fortunately for him, it drops in front of Pat Burrell out there in left field for his first base hit of the series.
So a 2-out base runner for it back in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 2. Through the hole into right field for a base hit. Heyward with his 2nd hit of the game. And the 6th hit for the Braves. Jeremy Affeldt is the left-hander, and Santiago Casilla, the righty for the Giants.
Remember, Bruce Bochy had a pinch hitter for
And Heyward. Jay is playing deep. That's got a chance. It falls. A base hit. Heyward on his way to 2nd. A double for Heyward. Prado ends up at 3rd. And Chipper Jones will have his shot representing the tying run.
Jason Heyward trying to make sure he didn't bail out on Zemchinski in his delivery. Got jammed a little bit. When the ball squirted away, he decided to move himself into scoring position with some good hustle.
You know, in some ways, with the ground ball hit by Prado, the bloop by Heyward.
Ball with 2 strikes. Wilson signed on the 30th of July. Pitched in 18 games. ERA 0.66 in 13 2/3. Line drive by Heyward for a 1-out single here in the 8th. Not much for Braves fans to cheer about after the 1st inning when Medlin struck out the side, but then the Dodgers have taken him out of it. First hit of the night and 4 trips for Heyward. Andrelton Simmons bunted him over. Elliott Johnson called out on strikes, and then an intentional pass to Reed Johnson, setting up this stage here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-run back up the middle, base hit. That's going to score 2. And Jason Heyward has come through with a 2-out, 2-run single. It's 4-1.
Well, he had 2 choices for Rodriguez. He could have gone with the slider or the fastball. He opted for, looked like a cutter away. Slider away. Guy sitting by Heyward.
Heyward's 0 for 4 here in game 3. 2 for 12 in the series. And he hit that one right on the screws to straightaway center field and over the wall for a 2-run homer. So round 2 of the Paco and Heyward battle goes again to Heyward.
You see the catcher setting up down and in. It was down middle and covered by Heyward. Just the line drive shot that got out of here in seconds.
First home run of the series for the team that led the National League in home runs, and it comes in the 9th. But it's still a 7-run game.
First game is so important to the Cardinals. it's kind of a swing game if the Cubs were to win this game, knowing that Arrieta's waiting on them back in Chicago. That's not a good thought.
Jason Heyward, a line shot in the right field, a base hit. So Heyward turns it around quickly, and the Cardinals have their lead man on and a base stealer.
Jason turned a lot of things around this year. Led their team in hitting and batting average with .293, but he also turned around his career numbers against left-handed pitching. This ball is scorched. And he hit .272 against lefties this year. That was a marked improvement over his past. I think he'd have more home runs. That ball downstairs he likes to do some damage with, but 13 home runs. I know this is a big ballpark, but he hasn't hit, what, the 26 he hit a few years ago with Atlanta.
Heyward Hendricks faced. The starter Hendricks only goes 4 2/3. It's been Wood and Cahill and now Rondon. They try to get to the finish line. A lot of innings from the bullpen tonight. Rondon to Heyward. On the first pitch, in the hole, Russell lays out, no chance with Heyward. That'll be an infield hit, and the Cardinals have a base runner.
Heyward trying to pull the ball all night long. Finally got smart here. Got a fastball, hit this ball the other way. Makes a nice play. He knows he has no.
And in Arrieta's time as a Cub, Heyward is 6 for 16 against him. Arrieta began his career with the Baltimore Orioles. He was a 5th-round draft pick in '07 by the O's. And they traded him here to Chicago as Heyward into left field, backing up on it. And that is over the head of Schwarber and into the ivy. And Schwarber goes crashing into the wall there as Jason Heyward continues his success against one of the game's best. That's a leadoff double for St. Louis.
Well, as we talked about in St. Louis, Jason likes the ball out away from him. He'd much prefer the ball middle away as opposed to middle in. They set up away, fastball ran away. That is really in his wheelhouse.
He hit that ball good, but you see Schwarber, he kind of.
For postseason, fans are certainly supportive and wild and crazy at all the home venues, but it doesn't get much better than Wrigley Field. Fans right on top of the action, so passionate. And they're being treated to a lead tonight with some long balls.
Cubs have hit 4 home runs tonight. 3 of the 4 solo. Bryant had the 2-run shot last inning. Here's a 1-1. And Heyward in the air, hit well, deep left center field. And that ball is up and out of here. Jason Heyward, a 2-run blast. And the Cardinals are right back in it. His second hit of the night against Jake Arrieta, and it's a 5-4 ball game.
You get a ball in the air, it's going to fly out of here tonight, even the opposite field. This is a backdoor cutter, you know, a hanger, wasn't it? A little curveball you don't see very often. He goes out all the way out to get that ball.
I'm telling you, he loves the ball away from him where he can extend his arms and drive the ball to left center, to left field like we've seen twice tonight.
Well, that the crowd is quiet.
Russell the home field advantage back. Jason Heyward leads off for the Cardinals. And Heyward, little flare into shallow center field. That is going to fall, a base hit. So Wood comes back to face Heyward, and Heyward reaches. He has had a hit in each of the first 4 games in this postseason. On base for the 3rd time today, 2 walks and a single.
A few years ago, he launched 27 homers as a member of the Atlanta Braves, but he's never been able to recapture that power stroke.
No, he's in a mechanical funk, and right now fastballs are not his friend. He does not catch up to anything with velocity, especially up. A lot of pop-ups lately and just not able to connect.
He did here, rifles one down the right field line, fair ball. It ricochets back to Pence. Heyward on his way to second, didn't need to slide, he's in there. Well, there was a glimmer of hope as he hit a bit over 300 in the last 14 games of the regular season. And here is a dart off his bat in his first at-bat here in Game 2.
Yeah, it's one of the few times really in the last couple months where he's been able to get on top and really look like the bat speed and the hands and everything were in right position. This is the part of the lineup right here for the Cubs that if they get anything out of, it's going to be a long, long scenario for a defensive pitcher. If he has confidence in it, he likes spinning the ball. He likes his off speed. That's what he'll throw more times than not. But as you mentioned, Joe, his fastball's still good enough in the big leagues. Pitching in and out, however, is not one of his strengths.
2-2 pitch. Heyward hits a rocket into the right field corner. He'll have at least 2. He'll think about 3. He'll go. He'll make it. Leadoff triple.
Well, here's the two-seamer that he's trying to get in. See how much more of the plate it covers? That's the one area that Heyward can handle. Up, down, in, not so much. He can also run. Everyone knows about his speed and defense. In a series that has Hill and Kershaw, don't know how many opportunities he'll have. This got to feel good.
And now the Dodgers are going to bring their infield in with the number 7 hitter Javier Baez coming up. Leadoff triple, and the guy who would have won the Division Series MVP award if there was one handed out is digging in for Chicago. He's become a fan favorite.
4th and 5th starters don't pitch that often. If a 5th starter never pitches, it seems like in a postseason. So they're facing the cream of the crop.
2-2. Hard hit, right side, base hit. Heyward is on with 1 out. And his first World Series hit. Let's give you StatCast powered by Amazon Web Services and look at Lonnie Chisenhall's route to the plate.
He read it well, knowing that he could get off the bag as far as the third baseman was, and once the throw, sitting in an outdoor stadium back in Cleveland watching this game. That is like really impressive.
It's just fantastic for an organization, very proud organization. Here's Heyward. What a rocket to Lindor. He can't make the play. And Heyward, who gets the surprise start for his defense, is 2 for 2. But yeah, you keep hearing about the Cubs haven't won since 1908. The Indians haven't won it all since 1948. They lost in 95. They lost in 97. They lead here 2-1 and up 2 tonight.
Yeah, that was a very difficult play for Lindor. We've seen his glove work and his magic. And again, since the line drive to center field in Cleveland, when Heyward came in, he has put the barrel of the bat on the ball, and now 2 hits to show for it.
Well, here's Javier Baez hitting in the number 8 spot.
Might think about spinning a breaking ball here if you're Cody Allen.
Heyward hits a bullet into right center. On with 1 out in the 8th.
Heyward was getting too good of swings off the fastball for my liking, and they went with a 3-2 fastball, and they went away, and he was able to hit a bullet past Kipnis.
Now Javier Baez, 1 on, 1 out. Again, it's Chapman, the next hitter.